Hey Vortexes! I know it's been a little while since you've seen me. I'm Carzy. I am your tarot and astrologer reader here on the channel, The Venus Vortex. But today I wanted to do a little bit of personal development, break up all of the astrology and tarot that you've seen that you love. And I wanted to show you a little something else. So this is just to help you get better quality sleep. So this is a couple of health tips because sleep is so important. Our sleep is for our brain to process the information that it's taken in all day. And it's also there to help with rest and recovery and repair parts of the body, because this is the only time our body really gets to rest and stop moving, particularly things like our neck and our back. The reason that we want to get good sleep is for all those beautiful health benefits. It actually helps our bodies to, our immunity systems to function better and for us to feel better. The first thing that we need to do to get really, really good sleep is to set up our environment. The first thing we want to do is take out any distractions. So this is electronics, things that make noises. So you take your TVs, if you can, children, all of that sort of stuff. We also want to change our light bulbs from blue or white lights to warm white lights. And the reason being is that it's closer to the natural sunlight and it won't actually trigger a dopamine response in the brain. And a dopamine response will actually keep you alert and awake and be non-conducive to sleep. The next thing we want to do is to create a sleeping habit. And the reason being is that we want to create a routine that we do the same things every single time for sleep, because it trains our brains to associate sleeping with that process. So we'll actually get sleepier naturally, and our brains over time will get better at getting into a sleeping process. So it understands that it's getting ready for sleep, and that's what it's here to do. So it starts turning off the system. It stops hardwiring you for being alert and awake and ready, and this will actually help you to get better quality sleep. So you want to be doing the same thing. So if you brush your teeth, change into your pajamas, turn the lights off, lay down in bed, do some meditation, it's a perfect example of a routine that would be appropriate for sleep. If you do that every single day, your brain and your body will get used to it. Also, picking the same time to go to sleep every single night will help your brain to associate with that time. And time is actually very important when it comes to training your brain. If you do the same things at the same time every single day, you will naturally desire those things. It's part of our habituation process. Do not use your bed for anything other than sex and sleep. So they're the only acceptable things that you can absolutely do in your bed. If you're somebody who likes to read or calls a friend or any of that, it's changing those brain processes. We want to associate the bed with sleep and with sex or cuddling only, because they're the only activities that you should be doing in there. The next one is avoiding things like alcohol, nicotine, drugs, heavy meals, or exercise before sleep. Reason being is these things can actually stimulate you to being more awake and alert and actually stop you from being able to go to sleep. We don't want that. Temperature is actually really important in sleep. So what you want to do is actually be a little bit cooler in bed and allow your body temperature to come up naturally when you go to sleep. Reason being is that you will then not overheat. So using things like electric blankets can actually be counterintuitive with getting sleep. If you are somebody who's particularly hot in bed, you may want to sleep with a fan on. If you have a partner who's cold and you're hot, you actually may want to invest in a thermal blanket. NASA actually has designed one specifically for people who go through heat waves, who suffer from inflammation and who just generally get hot. So people who may be going through the changes, for example, and that will actually help you to have a more consistent sleeping heat throughout the sleep process. You can also eat bananas, turkey, drink warm milk, eat pine nuts, or have natural herbal teas. Chamomile, lavender, or valerian are actually really good at helping to trigger that sleeping process. So what they do is they actually help to release enzymes in the brain that make you sleepier, so they can get you into more of a sleep mode. So doing this half an hour before you're due for a sleep will actually help you to fall asleep faster. But this is not a treatment. So if you have a sleep psychologist or anyone giving you other information for your health and well-being, make sure that you follow their advice. This is just some generalized tips for you. Last but not least, it's really important to not catastrophize. So if you find that you're really struggling to go to sleep, give yourself half an hour to go to sleep. And if it's unsuccessful, then what you really want to be doing is getting out of bed, making yourself a glass of water, or doing something very quiet like reading in another room for half an hour, and then attempting to go back to sleep. It's really good if you are somebody who gets really restless and upset about not being able to sleep, or you find your brain going over and over. Doing a meditation exercise is really beneficial. I have a video on that, so if you'd like to learn about some relaxation breathing, you can absolutely watch that, and it will help you to get into that mode for sleep. So I hope you found this video really helpful and insightful. I am Carzy, I am your tarot and astrology reader, and I'm here to help you personally develop on your journey. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this really helpful, and I'd love to hear about how your experience was in the comment section below. Take care, bye!